Well, in Sunday's video, we talked about the market making a short-term bottom and perhaps ending the crash. I told you what to look for, and we got that yesterday night and into today's session. So the question then is the stock market crash over? Well, we're going to run through the analysis. We're going to look at oil, the markets, and some of the headline stocks and figure out if it's time to buy bargains or if you still need to be cautious. But let's just dive into what I'd like to cover in this video. We all know about the positive headline on the Iran war, and that caused the market to gap up significantly today, and of course oil prices went down significantly. Does this mean the correction is over? Is this a buying opportunity? And what is likely to happen next? Well, to answer that, we're going to dive into the charts, and here is the first chart I'm going to look at. This is the S&P 500, and this is a weekly chart. And what I highlighted on in Sunday's video, and again, if you're subscribed to the channel, you'll know all about this. If you're not subscribed, then sign up. It's free, and you can always get the alerts when the new videos come out. What I was showing is that every time we have these pullbacks and then we come off of a low but close the week above the open, it happened there, it happened there, and it happened again last week. That usually leads to a bounce back. Now, what we were looking for on the short-term chart of the market was a break from this cup and handle bottom pattern, or maybe even a head and shoulders, depending on how you look at it. So you've got a shoulder, a head, a shoulder. That's a transition from falling tops to rising bottoms. This is pessimism. This is optimism. And we were getting that coming into this week and the deadline that President Trump had set for some sort of a deal with Iran. And then, of course, after hours on Tuesday, at around 6:30, I think he announced it at 6:32, we got that word that there was a ceasefire. The futures in the aftermarket session immediately rallied, oil immediately fell, and we ended up gapping up this morning right here. The problem with that is unless you were trading the after hours section, you didn't really get a chance to trade the big surge in price that happened between, say, 6:30 and 8 o'clock when the after hours session ended. That's unfortunate, but that's the way it goes sometimes. The question then is, are we good? Are we over? Well, you can never say with 100% certainty anything. I think we've 70% chance we've made the bottom here, but the upside is relatively limited because that is now our resistance. So we may rally up into here, get stuck. We always have to have a plan for what might happen. And if the market breaks down through this floor, it will have broken down from a falling top. And that would be a very strong long-term sell signal. Now, that hasn't happened yet. I just try to give you things to think about because I'm not with you every day. But if you see that, if we see that, I'll probably do a video about it, but make sure you're watching for that. In the meantime, I think that the overall market made a good positive step today, but there's still a ton of uncertainty around this Iran war. And where there is uncertainty, there is volatility. And so you want to be careful about chasing strength. I think it's better to wait for pullbacks, because that's probably going to happen. Wait for pullbacks and buy the breaks of pullbacks in an upward trend rather than chase, the market higher or stocks higher. Now, one thing I find interesting is when I look at some of the headline stocks, we don't see great patterns in them. So let's take a look at some of those. We'll start off with Microsoft, which has been pretty dismal the last little while. And you can see that Microsoft is still in this downward trend. Yeah, it opened up with its correlation to the market this morning, but it really is still not breaking that downward trend line. You can see the sentiment stock score has been below 60 since early to mid-November, and that's just been a reason to stay out of the stock. And we can look at some others. Let's take a look at Tesla, which is another poor performer the last little while. Its sentiment stock score fell below 60 right in here, and that was sort of telegraphing this downward trend, and it's still in that downward trend. So I don't want you to touch this stock. Look at the sentiment stock score, very low there. Now, Apple, not as bad, not necessarily great, but it is certainly not trending lower as much as some of the other tech names, but its upward trend was broken here, and since then we've sort of been grinding in this slightly negative pattern. So this is a pattern called a descending triangle, and if we break down through this 245 level, that's a pretty strong signal to sell Apple. Hasn't happened yet, but I'm, again, just trying to give you some things to watch for. Now, if we think about an oil stock like ExxonMobil, which has done really well as oil prices were rising, one of the few sectors, of course, that rose, and it makes obvious sense why. You know, the breakout from the ascending triangle was back there in January, but now we are breaking the upward trend line. So there's the upward trend line. We broke that. I don't think that we're necessarily done. It wouldn't surprise me at all if we see ExxonMobil and some of the oil stocks bounce back in the short term. But when we look at this longer term chart, we hit a new high last week. We closed below the open after a steep rise. I call that a bursting bubble pattern. And I think that at best we might go sideways for a little while, and at worst we could make a falling top and head lower. So want to be fairly careful with the oil stocks. Don't really jump on any of the tech stocks. They don't really have good charts. We're looking for those breaks from rising bottoms, breaks of downward trend lines from rising bottoms. Although the market bounced today, we're not seeing it in most stocks. But the good thing is, when investors see headlines of the Dow up 1,000 points or whatever it was, that creates optimism, that gets the buyers excited, and that could be the catalyst for a change in the psychology of the market. And I think that's what's most important from what happened today. Don't stop being a good risk manager, because things can go badly very quickly in this market. A bad headline comes out, we can see some downside, but good risk management, and slowly dip your toe in the market and start to buy some bargains as they show good chart patterns. Hope you've enjoyed this week's video. If so, please click on the like button. Remember that I've got some free classes coming up at stockscores.com. If you go to the website, you can register for those. There's 4 of them coming up, each one about an hour long. They're totally free, and you get a copy of my book electronically sent to you by email for everyone that's registered. And so you can register for those at the homepage of stockscores.com. Hope you enjoyed it, and as always, trade well.